Well, it's 16 weeks down the line and the strike on the platinum belt is still not resolved. It's now a national crisis that actually cries out for intervention. Miners' families are starving. Some miners have committed suicide. This is definitely a national crisis, and perhaps the government will now listen to the call by the union, which came before the election, to intervene. Because government intervention is probably needed. And I think government will intervene if what we hear from the Benchmarks Foundation this week, an allegation that, in fact, the platinum companies, and Lonmin is specifically mentioned, have been under-invoicing, have been selling the platinum group metals onto the outside market, onto the world market, at below price quoted here, and making huge profits abroad. If this is so, it's a major problem, and government will definitely get involved because they're losing tax revenue. Let us hope someone gets in there, not next week or next month, but within days, to help resolve this crisis. In the meantime, there is another crisis which has been looming since last year within COSATU, and that is the whole question of the constitutional right to a special national congress. Will this lead to a split in COSATU if it is held, and I think it will be held? Possibly, but then probably not, because the majority of the unionists seem to want to keep COSATU together. What it may well mean, however, is a change in the leadership of COSATU. And a change in that leadership will almost certainly mean moving away from unconditional support of the ANC-led political alliance. And that will have profound implications, not just for the ANC, but right across the board. However, this week I haven't dealt with either of those in my column, Inside Labour column, in Fin24 tomorrow, and in print and City Press in the business section on Sunday. I have come down to write about International Nurses Day, which happened on Monday and which has been celebrated throughout this week by nursing organizations. And the reason I have is because it's a myth of Florence Nightingale, the lady with the lamp, as the sole originator of nursing. In fact, there was another woman with a lamp, and there were many men with lamps as well, there not being electricity in those days, and that was Mary Seacole. She was perhaps the world's first nursing practitioner, and she was known, she was a household name in Britain in 1857. The great thunderer, the Times of London wrote about her. The Crimean commanders celebrated her. But she was black, a Roman Catholic in a Protestant country, and from a working class background. As such, she seems to have vanished from history. So that's what I've written about, and that's what I'd like you to comment on. Tell me what you think, whether you think it was worthwhile me writing about that and bringing her back into history. Doesn't she deserve it? Well, for this week, that's all from me. Cheers.